Hello, everyone. Fixing my sweater. A little bit cold here. A little on the cold side. Can't seem to warm up today. I was trying to straighten out my sweater. It's too big. It looks kind of stupid, but keeps me warm. Yeah, there. Should try to straighten it out a little more before opening this up here. I like this sweater. It keeps me warm. All right. Wow. Today is February 1st. What the heck? Right? How's everyone doing? Everyone's good? Just trying to keep warm. All right. I want to write down everybody's name that I have here. So don't forget anybody when I pull a card. We've got Care Bear, Lauren, Kendra, Donna, Jen, 56. Dee and Lynn for sure somewhere. I don't know if Lynn's working or not. So today, February 1st, St. Bridget's Day for a lot of Irish people or people that celebrate the first day looking towards spring. Although the earth is still kind of asleep and frozen around here, we don't see it, but there's things underneath somewhere that are beginning to take some form of shape, although we don't see it. It's dark. But yeah, I don't know if anybody celebrates that. Basically, back in the day, people used to make stews, I think, and build fires. It's a sacred time to honor this February 1st in bulk, St. Bridget's Day, the goddess Bridget, St. Bridget for a lot of people. Perfect time to set intentions like the new moon we just had. Set intentions. Send them there. Send them into motion. And know that whatever you intend, all your intentions you set out, your goals, your desires, know that they will blossom. They will blossom. You're getting with food poisoning. Food poisoning can be pretty harsh for the first 24 hours. My husband has had it twice. And he was lucky to, get it out. It came out. So, yeah, it's got to get it out there. Hope you feel better soon. It's nasty. Yeah, the stomach is after that. And once you have it, food poisoning, it's easier apparently to get it again. So you got to really watch your food. And he had it it was a restaurant. He had some food there. We called the restaurant, said, the meat, there's something going on with that meat. And the manager got all upset. I said, we're not looking for anything. We're just letting you know. We're like, don't continue feeding this to people. You're making them sick, because my husband spent the whole night at the ER. So, yeah. And then he had it again, which wasn't as bad. And what did he have? We went to eat somewhere about half an hour east of here. No, west of here, actually. And I didn't have the same food that he had, but whatever he had, it said it tasted fine, but he was sick. He was sick. So, got to be careful. Here was about 2 days ago. Yeah, because usually it's 24 hours that you're really bad for food poisoning. Now, if it's whatever that other virus, norovirus, that could be something that's going to be lasting a little bit longer. Goodness, eh? Yeah. Well, we had a really wonderful day here yesterday. It wasn't that cold outside, so my puppy Luna had she had fun playing in the snow. Today was a bit colder, so my son took her out. I didn't have her weighed yesterday. She is 100 pounds. She's not finished growing, but she's 100 pounds. So, yeah. Oh, you're welcome, Francis. You're welcome. Yeah. Yeah, I pray, ask for, people all over the world, all over the planet. There's always something going somewhere. Actually, my daughter had just texted me. She's worried about something, and I'm like, it's going to be okay. Got to pray. Pray and pray and pray. Yeah. 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 Times are changing everywhere. A lot of stuff has happened in the world that's pretty sad, and heart goes out to them. It really affected me, yesterday, the day before, when that plane crashed. And I thought, everything I pick up like, sadness but I felt really hurt. And I thought, oh, who knows? I have relatives all over the world, and some of them may be on that plane. I don't know. A lot of them I don't know because we're a big, big family. But it bothered me so much. It was terrible, terrible. New York will be freezing tonight. Yeah. Yeah, it's cold here. It was like -1, and then it went to like -13, but it feels like -21 Celsius, so it's pretty cold. Yeah, I hear you. Like I've been when that happened, and getting on different social media to check on a couple of things. And yes, you can't not let that consume you, because you won't be able to sleep. And with other things that are going on, like the solar flares and that, the other night, I had difficulty sleeping, which I normally don't. But, and with the energy alone on the planet is enough to make somebody's head spin. The energy's a little bit off the past few days. It's been very, very weird. Yeah, the one Pennsylvania. Yeah, me too. Yeah, that was, yeah, I hear you. But yes, I pray that, try to surround myself, ground myself. And I was listening, I think it was Dolores Cannon. She just popped up on my YouTube, and she was saying that a lot of people have been feeling dizzy and nauseous lately. And again, today, that's what I felt like. And I grounded myself, and I ate. There's something's going on with the universe. So it'll pass. It'll pass for sure. But because of the goddess, I was talking about, goddess Bridget and that, I thought we'll do some goddess oracle tonight. Yeah, the energy in the country is weird. Canada, the States, everywhere, the whole planet, the energy is weird. Yeah, it is. It's not just here. Yeah. We live in uncertainty a lot. We don't know what's going on half the time. In some places you get the truth, and other places social media doesn't give you the truth. Yeah. And I feel things, and I know things that I don't want to discuss or anything, and that makes it even harder. And I'm sure a lot of you are like that too, very intuitive, and you hear something or you read something, you're like, you have a different of opinion, and yeah. Yes, there's got to be something for sure. Exactly, right? We have to be compassionate. That's the human nature. Feel for everybody, Everybody's going through tough times. Yeah, nobody's immune to this life. Nobody's immune, right? Yeah. But tonight we'll focus on sending good vibes out there, sending healing, positive thoughts to everyone. We have to, yeah, you can't let it be scared, because if you let it consume you, like the other lady was saying, then it's taking your power away. You got to pull that power back into you and say, listen, I'm confident things will work out. Because, I mean, if there's something that you can do and change, then you do it, right? And the thing for us, a lot of light workers, a lot of healers, is to send positive light, send a lot of love to the planet, to everybody on the planet. That's including animals and plants and everything. A lot of stuff is coming out that's been hidden for a while. A lot of stuff now is coming out. And my grandma used to say, the more you stir the pot, the more it will smell. But it was, in French, it was totally different smell. But yeah, things have to come to the surface, but they're gonna get good. They're gonna get better. Yeah, there is sad energy because of all the people that have lost their lives. But the only way that we can help the people that survived, all the families and that, is to send them a lot of love and prayers that they have the strength and the courage, to pull through this. They're going to grieve for sure. I mean, it's devastating. It's tragic, but they'll overcome. They'll overcome with the support of, family and friends and people sending a lot of love to everybody. And, and the souls that are gone, they're okay. It's the people that are left, parents. Like one man, he was waiting at the airport with his sons and he lost his wife and his daughters. But we have to pray for them. The ones that are surviving are the ones that are hurting big time, right? So sending a lot of love. Yeah. The ones that are left behind are brokenhearted. It's sad. So sad. But, I don't wish that on nobody, like everybody's going through some kind of stuff, right? Some will, in a tragic things like this, some directly go somewhere, but there's some that are left behind thinking, they still think, because they're not totally crossed, like, what the heck happened? Where am I? Some of them will be confused. Some of them are in shock, and it will take a while. Yeah. I don't think they're completely earthbound, but they're not completely on the side. They'll come around, and definitely some people are going to feel them. Earthbound that we don't see, but they roam the earth. Yeah, in that sense. Yeah. I mean, all souls eventually, because their energy, even if they cross, they come back and they're around us. They walk among us. A lot of people just don't see it, but they are. Yeah. So, you pray for them, you help them. And healing is a big thing when you send healing to somebody. Like when you do Reiki on somebody, you ask permission. But if you're sending healing, just, love and light and healing without actually like a specific modality, you ask the angels, you want to send healing to someone. People out there that are open to receiving healing, are asking for healing or praying for healing, will get that healing. It won't go to anybody doesn't want it. And if you know somebody specifically that needs healing, they don't ask for it, and it's not, like I said, Reiki, then you can say to your angel, I want to send healing to this person. And your angel will ask the other person's angel if, how much they will take in the healing, how much will they take. And between the angels, they communicate, and only what the other person will accept will be absorbed. So sending healing that way to the planet, to everybody on the planet, a lot of people out there are just open and ready and willing to receive this energy, this love, this healing. They want it. They ask for it. So the angels do help when they ask angels, but as more people on this earth that can send healing, that helps. That amplifies everything. It's like a group of people getting together to meditate is more powerful than you meditating alone. Same thing with a group of people that are getting together to pray will have a bit more impact, a more powerful impact if you're praying for the same thing. Now, I'm not saying about group prayers on the internet, because some will say, okay, I'm doing this big thing, but you don't know them personally. You don't know what their intentions are. They may take all the people's prayers and do something totally different. So you got to be wary, use your intuition. But if by yourself, you're at home, you say to your angels, I want to send healing, because you have a lot of energy, you have a lot of love, you just want to send it out, you send it out. It'll go to people that need it, for sure. Okay. Yeah. It's not easy, for sure. And we have to continue on our life, and it affects it. All these traumas affect people in different ways. All of us have experienced some stuff at one point in our life, and it's still in here, in our body, and we need to heal that. That's why healing is constant. I mean, you heal one thing, you've healed the layer of it, and then there's always something else underneath that needs to be healed. And you can't heal this until this is healed. It's like a big onion. It really is. It's layers and layers and layers. Hi, Joe. Hi, Joe Megan. All right, I'm going to start pulling some cards. I've got the Goddess Oracle tonight. And I'm going to pull a card. Carrie. I've got you here somewhere here. Okay, Carrie, since you're the first one that popped up here. So Rhiannon is the goddess that I pulled out for you. Rhiannon, and it's doubt. So let's see what the goddess Rhiannon. A lot of goddesses and beautiful goddesses in this deck. Some I'm a little more familiar with than others, but this is doubt. She's a Welsh, I don't know if you can see, a Welsh goddess. And she's the goddess of the underworld, great queen, Rhiannon, original name. So the meaning of the card. If Rhiannon gallops into your life, it's to tell you how to work with your doubt. To doubt something or someone when your instincts are giving you warning signals is healthy. To spend time doubting yourself is self-negating and not helpful. So if you have doubt about something, you follow your intuition, but if you doubt yourself all the time, not helpful. The best way of working with self-doubt is to turn into self-questioning. Self-doubt leads you nowhere. Self-questioning gives you answers. So do you get stuck in doubt and let it turn to your optimism into despair? So sometimes it could be a little bit of low self-esteem. It could be a few things. She suggests to not let doubt erode your sacred self. Allow yourself to question rather than doubt, so that you can gain the answers you need to continue on your path to wholeness. Remember, I always say this, when you're doubting yourself, just ask yourself, well, is this bringing me closer to my highest purpose? In my true self? And wait how you feel. Some people, intuitively, they'll see an answer, yes or no, in their mind. Or some people have a feeling, it's warm, fuzzy, happy smile. That means yes. But if you're not, then it's not right for you. You're welcome. Hey, Lulu. Oh, yes, that Fleetwood Mac song, Ryan. And that's a beautiful song. I love Fleetwood Mac. That is an amazing song. So, Lauren, I almost said Lulu because I'm writing Lulu. Lauren, put a card for you, Lauren. I could hear my puppy here. All right, Miss Luna. Oh, my puppy. I could hear her. My husband's with her. So Artemis. I love Artemis. All right, selfhood. So let's see what Artemis. In French, I say Artemis. My grandma used to call on her a lot. My mom didn't know that I knew. All right. It's pronounced Artemis. She's a multi-dimensional goddess, reduced by the Greeks to the domain of the moon, the virgin, huntress, childbirth. Really represents the feminine in all aspects. So she has shot her arrow of selfhood into your life to help you focus on yourself. Have you been too much at the service of others without making sure that you get what you need to, Has it been too long since you had time for yourself, a space of your own? Do you feel you have no right to a self of your own? Like you need to be you, but always be thinking of others, putting their needs first. Well, now's the time to come on to yourself. It's the time to pay attention to the whispering voices of your own needs. It's the time to take yourself back and celebrate and strengthen who you are. Artemis says, wholeness is nurtured when you honor, respect, and give time to yourself. And she also asks that how you can expect to hit targets if you don't have a self from which to shoot. So basically, if you don't take care of you, how can you take care of someone else? Eventually, if you keep taking care of everybody else and not of you, you're going to get sick, weak, right? Hello, Nancy. Somebody says there's a Nancy there. Nancy Ray. Hi, welcome. Welcome, everyone. So, let's have a card for D. Okay, D, there's a card for you, and it is, Garden Artemis, which I just read. So same thing, right? Take care of you first. Don't let everybody drain you. Take care of you so you can take care of other people. But if you're always putting other people first, eventually you're going to be exhausted. So you got to fill up the vessel that is you before you can give. Right? They are. Yeah, thank you, Francis. So Lynn, I don't know if you're here watching or if you're working, because Lynn always listens. If she's at work, she will listen to it later. So Lynn, a card for you. Oh, Goddess Inanna, embracing the shadow. And we were talking about that the last class I had about the shadow and how some people, don't really like to work with the shadow because you got to face stuff that sometimes people just don't want to face. But there comes a time in your life that you kind of have no choice. You have to face the shadow, right? She's a Sumerian queen of heaven. Inanna is here to tell you that a journey to the underworld is the way to wholeness for you now. It is time to dance with your shadow. Reclaim what you've denied. Embrace your own dark self. You need all those aspects of you. Everything that your parents, caregivers, teachers, society have deemed unacceptable in order to achieve wholeness in your life. Whether it be your talent, your beauty, your inner vampire, your anger, your madness, you are required to surrender to the journey and embrace your dark side. If you are already in the underworld, then the appearance of Inanna may signal that it's time for your return. Okay, return's at hand. Journeys to the underworld and embrace your dark side. It's a law unto themselves. They take as much time that's needed to be taken. It just can't always fit your schedule. But when it's time for you to journey, you will, and you will not be done until your return. So take comfort in the fact that all journeys to the underworld do end, and that you will indeed return. Much different from who you were, or you thought you were, when you went. Every time we reach into the dark side of ourselves, we come out wiser. We've learned, we've grown. Acceptance. Yeah. Like-minded peeps here. Yes. Yes, Kendra. For sure. All right, Kendra. I'm going to pull a card for you. You know, the dark night of the soul, everybody goes through it. Sometimes we think we're not ready, but then bang, something happens. So, oh, Bridget. Kendra, this is Bridget, and I was just talking about the goddess Bridget, the Celtic Irish goddess, and it's in bulk today, February 1st and February 2nd. So, and Bridget comes to ignite your passion. It ignites you with inspiration. Are you feeling a lack of direction? Because motivation or energy? Well, if your path has gone out of focus and your life becoming a little bit unclear, if you're yearning for something, you're not quite sure what it is, you can't put your finger on it, well, it's time to nurture wholeness by taking in the sparkle and crackle of inspiration. Goddess Bridget says, a life without fire of inspiration is dull indeed. She further counsels that by allowing inspiration to nurture your life, you become sharper, clearer, and more energetic. So call on Goddess Bridget, Saint Bridget, to help you. Kiki Law, hello and welcome. Welcome to all the new people. So that was for Kendra. Now I wrote a name here. What the heck? I can't even read it. Oh, geez, sorry about that, Donna. I wrote it so fast. I was like, what did I write? Can't even read my own writing. It's worse than doctor's scribble. Donna, great card for you. Yeah, I see some new names here, so welcome everybody. All right, Donna, let's see which goddess has something for you. Kali. Oh, goddess Kali. Kali is fear. She's a fearful goddess. I really like Kali. She's awesome. Doesn't put up with stuff. So Kali is a Hindu triple goddess. She's a goddess of creation, preservation, destruction, the animating force of Shiva, the destroyer, lord of the dance. She's insatiable. She's got the hunger, I'm telling you. I mean, she's begun her dance in your life to tell you it's time to face your fears. All that is lurking ominously, either buried deep in your inner darkness or close by, needs to be stared in the eye and brought into the light of consciousness. And fears are false evidence appearing real. Although some fears are founded, I mean, you're afraid to have pain, to feel pain. That's okay, but most fears have to be face on. Are your fears serving you by warning you about dangerous places, things, or people? Or do your fears prevent you from dancing your dance, living your life, creating with creation? So Kali comes to tell you that your dance is needed as part of the whole dance of creation. Whole dance is nurtured when you reclaim the pieces of yourself that you've given over to fear. Most fears are formless. By naming them and witnessing the fear, you gain power. Wholeness is created when you learn to acknowledge your fears and walk through them. And it's true, some fears are just, fear of the unknown, fear of uncertainty, fear of failing. But when you face those fears, you gain tremendous power. And, if you can say something to yourself like, fear, get lost. You're not going to take my power away. I'm going to go through this, and I know I'll be fine because I'm protected, I'm guided, and it works. It's amazing when you tell your fear that you're not afraid of your fear. It's almost like you see this part of you, and you're like, okay, I'm not that little girl anymore. I'm a woman now. I'm strong, and I don't fear you. How the fear just dissipates and goes away. Try it. You'll try and let me know. Your fear has held you back. Well, tell it to get lost. That you get your power back. Pull that inner strength and face that. It's amazing what'll happen. Okay. Jen 56. Let me pull one for you here. I'm not super familiar with this particular goddess, and I've pulled her before, and I'm just going to see again how to pronounce her name because I'm not 100% sure. I don't want to. Coatlicue. Okay. Coatlicue. That's her here. And it says grief. So this is for you, Gen 56. It's pronounced Coatlicue or serpent skirt. She's a mother of the Aztec deities. She gets her name because she wears a skirt of snakes. I saw a girl, was it yesterday or today, and she had this ball python. It was wrapped around her arm, and she was showing it, very calm. And I was like, first time I could actually look at a video where, and the snake was calm. I'm not a fan of snake, but I could watch it and didn't bother me. She's worshipped as the Earth Mother and Life and Death Mother. All right. She found some white plumed feathers one day and then placing them on her breast became pregnant. When other gods, her children, discovered her pregnancy, they swore to kill her to keep her from new offspring from supplanting them. Only her beloved daughter, the moon goddess, warned her mother. So she was decapitated by the sun god, and the grieving Coatlicue placed her daughter's luminous head in the sky. I don't know why I'm telling you a little bit of meaning about this card, but there's a reason for it. So she's here to help you face to face with your grief, helping you bring face to face with your grief. She's here to tell you that there's no way around grief. There's no place to hide from grief. The way to wholeness lies going through your grief. If you've been afraid to face the pain that accepting grief and going through the process will bring, if you've been hiding from grief, pretending you're really okay, perhaps you fear grief is so great you'll remain in it for the rest of your life. But if you've done some grieving, but not all of it, sometimes it can catch you at odd moments. And, this grief, it's imperative for your healing that you process this grief. It is time to wail and keen and moan. It's time to ask support from friends and family if needed. Life is about loss, and loss is part of life. And we just, talked about that earlier. The seasons change, and all is in a state of transition. Even grief, if fully faced, will finally lessen. In time, you'll feel stronger and more alive. One day, your wounds will fade to scars. Remember that your process can take as long as it needs. There's no rush, right? But Goddess Coatlicue tells you to feel the grief so the healing can come. And once you acceptance, there's, I think, 7 steps to grief. Once you accept it and then you start your journey of healing. You're very welcome, Donna. Have a good night. Happy February 1st. Thank you. Francis, what card do I have for you today? What goddess has a message for you? Francis, I have a Bloodwell. I'm going to make sure I pronounce it for she's sake. Bloodwed. I was close, but not close. Betrayal. Francis, She's a Welsh earth goddess. I'm going to take that out here. She's a Welsh earth goddess. She was wed to the sun god. So she's hooting, blood wells, hooting call is heard in your life, alerting you to a betrayal. How is betrayal showing up in your life? Do you have trouble picking trustworthy friends, partners, co-workers, mates? Does all your cares, consideration, and loyalty meet treachery and betrayal? Have you misled someone so that you get what you wanted? I highly doubt that. But she says that on your path to wholeness, you must answer these questions. All betrayal stems from self-betrayal. So it's a question you have to ask yourself, right? How do you self-betray? Be true to yourself. Set up boundaries. Be true to yourself. Don't let people step all over you. People sometimes will be really nice to your face, but they're not nice, right? Yeah. So watch out for people that appear nice, right? All right, Joe Megan, let's pull a card for you. I think I just heard my puppy. Luna, did you go back up? My puppy, 100-pound puppy. Uranome, ecstasy. Ooh. Did I pronounce that right? Probably just skipped a page. So it's pronounced Uranome. 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 She is having fun. Actually, I keep hitting something on my computer. Sorry. So it's pronounced Uranome or wide wandering. Pelasgian, pre-Hellenic peoples of Greece, great goddess of all things. There was. She's having a good time there. So she dances into your life to tell you it's time for ecstasy. Ecstasy is here for you in all its fullness, exuberance, rapture. How can you give yourself ecstasy? That deeply nourishing, intensely joyful place. One way is by healing the wounded parts of yourself. Your wounded parts take up emotional space within you. And all these cards have probably a little bit of meaning for each and every person that is watching. One card may be specifically for you, but there's a little bit of something for all of you. So, like she says, your wounded parts take up emotional space within you. That's where sometimes, you feel your heart so full. Makes sense. Once healed, the space they previously occupied becomes available for ecstasy. The more space within, the more room for ecstasy. Another road to ecstasy is to be open to it, to give yourself permission to call it in, feel it, and revel in it. For those of us who have experienced little joy in our lives, the conscious decision to court, seduce, to entice ecstasy ensures it will come. Uranome says that when you make the decision to dance with ecstasy, all life challenges you with the opportunities to facilitate that dance. So you have to make conscious decision that, you're open and ready to it. Joys, happiness, and everything will come. You seem to be stuck between anger and not accepting what she's gone. Yeah. And then it's part, again, healing, grieving, It makes sense. We're creatures of habit. We get into this mode. Things change. Some are, a little more flexible and more adaptable than others. But even if we are, sometimes it's just that difficult. And it's a process. Don't be so hard on yourself. It's a process. Yeah, it is. Lulu. Nicole, I see you. I saw you somewhere there. What's a lovely day. I saw you. I'm just going down the the list of people here. I got your name. So Lulu. I just did Lulu. Did Joe, didn't I? All right, Lulu. Lulu. Demeter. Feelings and emotions. Demeter. I like Demeter. She is a Greek goddess. She was worshipped by the great goddess long before patriarchal Greeks conquered her. Her name means doorway of the mysterious feminine. That's Demeter. She's come to light your way through the dark and challenging labyrinth of feelings and emotions. It is time to nurture wholeness by accepting, acknowledging, and experiencing your feelings. Feelings are what you feel. Emotions are your reactions to your feelings. Feelings left unexpressed build up and can create diseases. That's very true. For they take up space inside and keep healthy energy from flowing. So perhaps as a child, your feelings and you weren't heard. Therefore, you needed to give them more energy in order to get any sort of response. Perhaps you fear your emotions and our feelings will tender you or render you vulnerable, overwhelm you, or take you places which you won't be able to return. Demeter says the more you learn to accept and acknowledge your feelings, the less time you will spend in emotional turmoil and the more energy you will have to live life. The more you learn to accept and honor your feelings, the safer it will be becoming to express them. And it's true. Once you start, it'll become easier. And that is so true. As a kid, a lot of us were raised to we were seen but not heard. We weren't allowed to speak. We weren't allowed to share our emotions. We just had to obey. That makes for very hurt, sad people later on. And we have to heal those wounds, right? Yeah, she's Persephone's mother. Yeah. For sure. Nancy. The goddess, the feminine. Women are powerful. If we know our own power, women are powerful. Super powerful. And I think women tend to forget that. But don't be afraid of your power. Lakshmi, abundance. Woo! Nancy, got Lakshmi, the Hindu goddess. She began prior to the Aryan invasion of India. She's considered the animating force of Shakti or Vishnu, the preserver. And her sacred animal is the cow, symbol of abundance and plenty. She appears, with elephants in that pouring water, another symbol of her powerful abundance. Although described as floating on the eternal sea of time, resting on a lotus, Hindus say that gods churned the sea of creation from which Lakshmi appeared in all her splendor. She appeared in your life to tell you it's time to nurture wholeness by recognizing and living from abundance. Is your existence defined and contained by the parameters of scarcity rather than abundance? Because we're saying the universe is abundant. We have to tap into that source, right? Finance based on poverty consciousness. A lot of people were brought up, born poor, you die poor. That's not true. That's not true at all. Is your outlook on life one of never having enough rather than having your needs met? It reminds me of the tarot card where the four cups, and he's got there's something there. He's not totally without anything, but he's looking at the cup half empty as opposed to half full. So let yourself open to the abundance, the bounty that exists in your world. Lakshmi says that abundance is hard to perceive if lack, poverty, and scarcity dominates your consciousness. The way to wholeness for you lies in opening to the flow of abundance in the universe and recognizing the abundance in your life. When you open to the flow, you become part of it and you draw it to you. You become aware of the abundance in your life in all its forms: friendship, health, family, love, beauty, talent, humor, etc. You can call in more from a conscious place. The more that you believe in abundance, the more that you say, yes, I'm open to it. Send me, please, send me all the abundance that is my birthright. Now, immediately, stat. Bring it on. It's mine. Need it. I need it. I want. I'm open to it. Right? Hi, Lulu. But it's true. I mean, there's a saying that I started saying every day. Every day I say it. It begins with gratitude, and then I just say, yes, I'm open to receiving. My heart is open to receive and to give. It's helpful. It's helpful. You could say 3 times a day for 7 days. I've been saying it every day now for a few months. It doesn't hurt. It takes a few seconds, and it's helpful. Kiki, I think you're still around. I'll put in a card for you. Yeah, it's true. That's, when I was born in the late 50s, and that's what it was, right? Yeah, some of the stories, yeah, can't make it up. Anyway, Kiki, the card for you, I have Callie, which I read for some. I should write down who I read it for. But Callie is fear. To face your fears. Don't let fear keep you down. Don't let fear interfere with your life. Face the fear. Tell fear that to go away. Tell fear that it cannot take away your power anymore. Kali is a strong Hindu goddess. She's goddess of creation, preservation, destruction. She's a force to be taken seriously. Her energy is uncontrollable. You can see her. She's quite the... she killed 2 demons. Then she drank on the blood and began dancing on their dead flesh. But she danced herself into a frenzy until she realized she almost danced Shiva to death. She's quite powerful. But she's in your life to tell you it's time to face your fears. If your fears are serving you, then okay. You're afraid to, do something that's going to hurt you. That's reasonable. But if you're afraid to take a little rest, take a new job, you're afraid to go out and meet somebody, you're afraid, then yeah, face those fears. Draw on your power and your confidence and face those fears. Once you face them, you'll think, oh wow, why didn't I? This has kept me from moving forth for such a long time. And now that I've done this, I feel free, I feel great. It's amazing. Have somebody text. I think I got a friend who's got somebody there, maybe at her place. Let me see. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Yeah. I took my dog Luna. She just turned a year on January 7th. I took her out yesterday to weigh her. She hasn't gained too much since getting spayed, but she's 100 pounds and she hasn't finished growing. 100 pounds of sweet love. She's up there. She's probably gonna go lay down with my hubby. All right, Kiki. Now I have, what a lovely 90. What lovely 90. Nicole, I got a nice card for you. Those are the goddess. Where's the goddess oracle? Yes, Luna's a cutie. She's such a sweet girl. Everywhere I go, people are like, "Oh my God!" Went to one of the pet store, and there was a lady there with a golden doodle, and she kept saying, "Oh my God, she's so beautiful. She's so beautiful," over and over. And she's like, she couldn't believe it. She says, "I want to call him a he, and it's a female," but she just kept saying that over and over. And like, yeah, she's a good girl. Your puppy's gonna be a big girl too, a big boy. What kind of puppy do you have, Kendra? Mine, she's a Mastiff ex-Bull Mastiff. She's brindle. I have a picture of her on my phone. The picture, I just posted this one because I had my boxer picture for the longest time. And something weird happened on my phone the other day. And I was guided to, okay, you can change the picture. So it looks a little more yellowish kind of there, but that's her. So some pictures she appears a little bit darker, but she's my baby. She's my baby. And my cat, well, my cat's a little older picture, my Siberian cat. So, oh, he's a Rottweiler mix. Nice. Yeah, people think she's got this lady I met. It's kind of boxer Rottweiler mix, and it looks a little bit like her, smaller, but yeah, aw, they're beautiful. Yeah, she's got beautiful eyes. And when I talk about her, she knows. She'll give me a look. Sometimes you can see the white of her eyes. Like today, I said something, and had just gone to lay down on her bed and kind of looked at me like, I don't know. Let me think. Let me think about that. All right. What lovely day, 90. Let's see what I have for you. You want to see the real Luna? Hon? Luna? Luna? Come here. Come here, pretty girl. Somebody wants to see you. Luna. I tell her I have a treat. Oh, gosh. I could hear her. Come here. Come here and say hi. Come here. Come. Come here, baby girl. Where are you? Where are you? Luna. Come here. I hear her. You coming down? Come here. Probably need to give her a treat. You just ate a bone and everything. Come here. Luna, come here. Come here. Luna. What's she doing?
Standing there looking at me silly.
Luna, what you doing? Oh, come here. Good girl. There's my good girl. Come here. Come here. Somebody wants to say hi. Come here. Come here. Come here. Big baby. Come here. Ooh, you want to say hi? Say hi. Got a little bit more light there. Do you say no? Do you say no? Hey, you saying hi? Look. There. Look. There. She's a pretty girl. Tell Daddy to give you a treat. Give her a treat. She knows sometimes when I come down here, in the morning I do the cards that I share. So she usually goes upstairs because sometimes she'll make a bit of noise. So she is precious, I tell you. You're welcome. Oh, what a lovely 90. I didn't forget about you. Just hi, Lisa. I didn't even see her. Hi, Lisa. All right. What a lovely 90. We have a card for you. And it's Goddess Nukua, order. She's a crone. You could tell she's serious. She's an older goddess, and she means business. So, what does she have? Minerva Nukua. She flows into your life to assist you in creating order. That's why she says order underneath here. Is chaos constantly peering around the edges of your life, threatening to overwhelm you if you relax even for an instant? We've been there, right? Have you let things pile up? Do you find you're an excellent at organizing your boss, your family, your mate, but not yourself? Are you afraid of order? Afraid that you find a workable system for yourself and then feel locked in, unable to flow? Or perhaps you've created order in your life, but in a way that is stifling and stiff, solid, heavy, engraved in stone, like military routine. Can't be flexible, right? Nukua says that when life is ordered in the natural way, you nurture your path to wholeness. When you forcibly impose something unnatural from without, you create rebellion and resistance. See, the dragon on her two pillows here guard the path of the sun and the moon. And the compass she wears at her waist symbolizes order. She is a dragon bodied goddess, but she comes to restore order. At the time of what the Opei and Shanxi people of northern China called the great chaos in the universe, Nukua, or Nukwa, it's probably a little bit better, she restored order. So, yeah, I mean, sometimes it's necessary when you have younger kids, you have to have a routine, they go to school, get up at a certain time. But later on, I mean, be flexible and change. So you're not so scheduled that you don't enjoy life. You know what I mean? I say that with kindness and with love, because when my children were little, I was, bath time, breakfast, lunch, dinner, everything was routine. To somebody pointed out one time, I ran my household like a military camp. And I'm like, well, that's kind of weird, but we need structure. But when they later on, when they're older, it's nice to be a little more flexible. Don't have to be so orderly all the time, and you have to live a little, right? Right? Hey, Lisa. Okay, Lisa. Yes, happy Saturday evening. Usually I'll do a little song here. Saturday, 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 Saturday. Saturday night's all right. Lisa, what card do I have for you? Goddess Callie. Callie's popped up 3 times tonight. So face your fears. Callie is all about drawing on your inner strength and facing your fears. Okay. If the fears are keeping you from your highest purpose, if they're keeping you from living a life of happiness and joy, sometimes false evidence appearing real, right? False evidence appearing real. That's what fears are most of the time. So you got to face those. Draw on your inner strength. Face them, right? You have no fear? Awesome. Because you face them? And the fears are, I mean, they're talking about all kinds of fears here. Let me see here. That is, because she's begun her dance in your life to tell you it's time to face your fears. But all of that is lurking, okay? Either buried deep in inner darkness or close by. Are your fears serving you by warning you about dangerous places, things, or people? Sometimes somebody may be afraid to go on a trip, on a cruise, right? Not saying if you're afraid, go, but it could be something like that. Or something from your inner childhood, maybe that you haven't faced, you need to face to heal it. You don't want to go there, type of thing. So there's all kinds of fears. Depends what it is. You're divinely loved and protected. What's to fear? Awesome. That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. You were meant to share that with everybody. Yeah. What's to fear? I mean, yeah. Because, it's human nature sometimes to have some fears that creep up. But really, if we trust in the divine, why do we need to fear? there's nothing we can do, right? A lot of people are living in fear. A lot of people. Yeah. Very nice. Yeah. You've been there, done that, right? Exactly. I don't have a lot of people tonight that are coming through from the other side. Sometimes I did have some last week. It's a little quiet. I mean, I feel there's someone here, but they're not speaking up. They're not sharing. My guide usually brings them forth if someone has a message. At this time, they're kind of quiet. So, faith over fear, dear. Yes, faith over fear. Yeah, that's just beautiful. That is beautiful. I'm going to pull one angel card for everyone that is watching, signed in or not, and then I'm going to sign off. And I'll be back next Saturday. It's the card for everyone here. You're welcome. There's a few want to come out, but I'm just going to pull one. Athena, it is safe for you to be powerful. You know how to be powerful in a loving way that benefits others as well as yourself. This is messages from your angels. And a lot of people I come across when I do, personal readings and that, I find that sometimes they're afraid of their power. They're saying, I'm too powerful. I don't want to, hurt anybody. You wouldn't have that power if you were able to hurt, because I believe that when you're very powerful and you do hurt someone, it weakens your power. So that's my belief. You have been afraid of your own power. You have worried that others would disapprove of you or leave if you allowed your true power to shine. You have also been concerned that you might abuse your power and that your masculine energy would become unbalanced. I'm here to help you reveal your power to yourself and to others in a way that enhances your relationships, self-esteem, and life purpose. Your power comes from love, from God, Goddess, Source, Creator, Infinite Wisdom. You who are made in the image and likeness of our Creator have unlimited power within you right now. You aren't capable of abusing your power because your heart chakra has opened like a flower in bloom. Think of a person whom you admire, who is both powerful and balanced in their masculine and feminine energies. Such a power is beautiful. It also amplifies your spiritual healings and psychic gifts. Everybody has psychic gifts. You are a strong and powerful light worker, and God needs you to accept and reveal your power. That's for all of you. So all of you reveal your power. You all have psychic gifts. Everybody has. Whether you decide to use them or not, that's a different story. It's entirely up to you. It's free will. But you all have psychic gifts. Just depends what you want to work on. Yeah. So thank you so much for joining me tonight. And maybe next Saturday, some spirits will come forth. I didn't pay attention to see if there was any orbs tonight, but they usually come around. I haven't seen the little angel that flew by that one time. It'll come around. It's here. I feel it. It'll come up again. You're very welcome, Gen 56. I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for joining. And I'm going to be posting a new meditation online soon about angels and how to communicate with them. So pay attention and stay tuned for that. Thank you so much. Namaste. Have a good evening, everyone. Have a good rest of next week until next Saturday. Bye for now.